I grew up in Scarborough. It's not that far, but okay.
Pickering isn't that far.
It's not like you're on Mars, man. Like, oh, I better collect some goods for the journey.
I'm not sure if you know what it's like over here.
Yeah.
You're not going to get dysentery on the way. Like, it's not that far.
You guys have a Costco. I don't think I've ever heard of anybody meeting the way that Farrah met this guy, Patrick.
Yeah.
But this is so cool. Farrah, can you tell us how you met him and then how you ended up ghosted?
Yeah. So I met Patrick on this dating app called Happen. I don't know if you guys have tried it, but it's basically it's an app that it finds you people that is crossed like paths in your real life.
I've heard of it, and it sounds incredible.
Wait a second. So how does that work?
Yeah. So, like for example, say you're at Starbucks and you use Happen, and the person in front of you also uses Happen. Then you'll see their profile the next time you open the app.
So you have to have been within a few meters of each other.
Yeah.
And, and afterwards, so it's like not awkward, but you also are like always keeping an eye out for who's in what store, et cetera. It's really neat.
And it adds to like spontaneity because people always say with dating apps, it's hard to just like swipe through like a catalog, where this way it adds a little bit of realism to it.
Man, this would have been so great if, you could get out.
True.
But you managed it.
I remember standing behind Patrick, and I was actually at Best Buy. So I was near my parents in Pickering, and so I was at a Best Buy, and that night I matched with him on Happen. And 2 weeks later, we had this little cute FaceTime date, because, right now that's the first time we're meeting people on FaceTime. So about 2 weeks later, we had this FaceTime date, went really, really well. And then last week, we were supposed to meet near my house for like a real live dinner date on like a patio. I was really excited about, social distance. And then he completely stood me up. So I waited for like 30 minutes at the table completely by myself, and Patrick never showed up. Yeah. I'm like, mind you, I've never been stood up like that. Mind you, it's already quarantine, and you have to like reserve ahead of time. And, with these tables and businesses, and they're trying to, they could have had a table of 5 instead of sitting here completely
Oh my
alone.
gosh.
And his last text was probably like an hour or two before the date, and everything was good then, like texting back and forth. And then he completely ghosted me, and I honestly, I want to know what's going on. I know he's okay, by the way. I know he's all right, because he's been posting on his Instagram.
Oh, okay.
That was going to be my next question.
Yeah, there's no reason to ever do that to anybody. It's one thing if you just ghost someone and like you don't text them back and phone call. That's gutless itself. But to make somebody go to a place and you have an agreement an hour before you even get there, I do not want to be Patrick right now.
And I know I did not do anything. Like, when I didn't do anything.
No, you can't.
No, darling,
you don't even need to explain that. Of course you didn't do anything. Like, what could you have done?
During COVID, like, literally, we don't ever get human interaction.
I know.
I know. We're going to get to the bottom of this, like 100%.
Okay, so we're going to call him next. Let's get to this song, and then we're calling him. Patrick, what's the name Farrah mean to you?
Farrah? I know a Farrah.
You know a Farrah. How well?
Not that well.
Right. And that's because you stopped talking to her, right?
Yeah.
You stood her up, right?
Hold on. What is this?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, what is this? Oh, this is crazy.
We are calling to get some answers.
Yeah, why did you ghost her, man?
Yeah.
I did the right thing, okay?
Oh, did you?
Can't wait to hear this.
Yeah, show your work.
I did. Okay, all right, fine. So I agree to meet Farrah, and she picked some restaurant in downtown, and I live in Pickering. So I drive all the way over to the city. I'm dealing with traffic. You guys, I guess, know how it is. I don't know if your radio station reaches Pickering, but it is not a short drive.
It does.
I
grew up in Scarborough. It's not that far, but okay.
Pickering isn't that far.
It's not like you're on Mars, man. Like, I better collect some goods for the journey.
I'm not sure if you know what it's like over here.
Yeah.
You're not going to get dysentery on the way. Like, it's not that far.
You guys have a Costco.
It's not worth the drive. So I'm going to downtown Toronto to meet her at some restaurant, and there's not even parking. So I finally get down there. I'm already kind of peeved, and then I can see the restaurant, and there's no parking anywhere. So I'm freaking raging, and all I can think about is how if I started dating this girl, it would not be worth this drive all the time. So I decided to save us both the wasted time and energy, and I turned my car around.
Sounds like you're not saying the drive isn't worth it. Sounds like you're saying the person isn't worth it.
Yeah, and you haven't met her face to face yet, correct?
I mean, yeah, but this is a bad way to start.
Yeah. And that's her fault. How?
That's her fault. She picked a restaurant in downtown Toronto. I'm outside the city.
Uh-huh.
Are you okay?
That's just too much
you
of an
okay?
effort.
Let me
It's
ask
a
you a
hard
question.
time, isn't it?
Does it mean that, like, does that justify you just not even telling her that
Yeah.
you're just not going to show up
That's
then?
what I have a
You could just
problem
leave her
with, TJ.
sitting there in the middle of
Yeah.
the restaurant
Yeah.
alone,
Good
wondering where
call.
you are
Yeah.
and what's going on?
That's
Okay.
That's just straight up rude to any human.
Well, maybe if I could do it again, I would have texted her. But
Let me help
in
you
that
with that.
moment, all I can think about is how this isn't worth it for me.
Yeah.
And so I did the right thing for me. Yeah, maybe I should have texted her, but whatever. She's going to be okay.
Texted her.
Patrick.
100%.
Patrick, I know what it's like living outside of downtown Toronto. I grew up in Scarborough. I know you're in Durham region. I get it. And there's free parking everywhere out there, and that's super cool.
No.
When you come to downtown Toronto, you got to do a little research. Like, you got to find an address where you're going to eat. You got to find a little bit of an address of where you're going to park. And it takes about as much time as it took to Google the address for the restaurant. So,
Yeah.
in the future, please call and let someone know that you're not showing
Yeah,
up.
that's not
no
fair.
matter how ragey you're feeling about it.
I don't need to be interrogated right now.
Picky
You guys
Patrick's mad.
You guys just play your next song.
Oh, man. Okay.
All right, Patrick.
wow.
We'll let you go,
Yeah, let's
Patrick.
go.
Sick burn, Patrick.
Farrah,
Yeah.
how we doing?
Oh my gosh.
What
What a horrible excuse.
Yeah.
My gosh.
No kidding.
You know,
Unbelievable.
it's funny when people talk about being single, if you're in a relationship, it always sounds like, oh, that would be fun. You know, you get to go out and date and meet new people and get naked with strangers. It's awesome. And then you hear stories like this and you go,
There's a lot of Patricks out there,
because
too.
there's a lot of Patricks out there. Farrah, are you okay?
Yeah. I mean, I'm still upset, but like, wow.
Sure.
I really am glad I didn't waste my time on him.
Yeah, we're glad too. You seem like a great person.
Yeah, you're lovely, and you're going to find somebody who's going to show up in so many more ways than that as well.
Yeah. If you can't handle going to the city, bro, you're way lamer.
Yeah, exactly.